You guys aren't supposed to be seeing my room right now. I wanted to save it for my room tour video, but the room tour video I think will be coming soon. I've been saying that for a while, but I'm never satisfied with my room, but I think it will come out pretty soon. So just pretend my background is fake. You're hallucinating. There's literally nothing in my background. It's just a green screen. I'm super excited about this video because this game means so much to me. If I could describe a game that was a big part of my childhood, not including Minecraft, it would be Little Big Planet. You don't understand, this game was literally my life. Like, I would spend hours on this game, literally just doing the dumbest shit ever, talking to random strangers online and creating like the best friendships ever. I would literally stay up late on a school night just to play Little Big Planet. And on the weekends, I would literally avoid going outside just to play Little Big Planet. I needed to touch some grass when I was younger. I literally did. Also, I literally made this shirt that I've been wanting for a very long time, but no one ever sells this shirt, so I decided to make my own Little Big Planet shirt. Here, let me show you my pride and joy. Like, let me show you how, yeah, okay. Oh, shoot. This is the shirt. It says, Sackboy LBP. I made this shirt. I'm like so proud of it. It was very fun to make. If you can't find something or if you can't have something, just make it. Like me. So yeah, I just want to talk to you guys about Little Big Planet and just share my experience on there, because it was seriously a huge part of my life, and every time I think about it, I get very like nostalgic and sad because I miss it so much. And also, I've been seeing a lot of like TikToks about it, so it's kind of like inspired me to make this video, because I didn't think people really cared about Little Big Planet like that anymore. Like, I feel like those people were like gone, you know, like they didn't exist anymore. I don't know, I just didn't think people would talk about Little Big Planet again, but I'm glad people are. Oh, I also have a little Sackboy here. Like, look how cute he is. Hold up. There you go. You look so cute. Okay, Sackboy is just gonna sit there and listen to me talk about his beautiful creation of a game. Oh, and I also have this little keychain. Look how cute. So cute. Where do I even start? I feel like I have so much to talk about, but I know I'm gonna miss something. I just know that I am. But I literally wrote down stuff that I want to talk about. I think I'm gonna save the worst for last, because every time I think about this, this literally makes me cringe. And I still can't believe I did this. Like, I still can't believe I was a part of this. Like, it genuinely makes me cringe, and I wish I can go back in time and beat myself up. Honestly, I'm glad it happened because it was a big part of my Little Big Planet experience. And it was really fun during that time. Okay, anyways, this feels like a little project, you know, like my Little Big Planet experience. So I'm gonna start off with one of the best things ever created on Little Big Planet. And it's the Jeff the Killer level. Do you guys remember how freaking spooky and scary that freaking level was? I remember I used to be like terrified of it, but like I would always play it because it was so much fun. And I remember every time you would just join like a pod or whatever, that would be like the first thing they would always put is that damn Jeff the Killer level. Like, no one would ever get bored of it. It was crazy. And it was so repetitive. Like, literally, Jeff the Killer, you would go like really far to like some building, and then Jeff the Killer would come out and like chase you or whatever and like kill you. And that's basically the whole game. But for some reason, it was so much fun. I feel like that's the level. When you think of Little Big Planet, that's the level that you think of. I feel like, I mean, when I think of Little Big Planet 2, that's the level that I think of. Also, I might talk about Little Big Planet 1, but I was mainly more on Little Big Planet 2. I did play Little Big Planet 1, but I remember I was more into Little Big Planet 2. So I might talk about Little Big Planet 1. I might. Like, when I see Jeff the Killer, I think of Little Big Planet now. Do you guys remember how huge role-playing levels used to be? I remember I was obsessed with this, oh god, this is cringe. But I remember I was obsessed with this like game called Wolf RPG. And basically you just had to be like, it was like you had to be like a wolf, and there was like a hunter after you, and you would like go into his like house or whatever, and you would like have to gather food, and like if there was another player with you, you can have like a wolf baby. Oh god. And like you would have to gather food for the baby or whatever. I don't know. I remember that game so vividly, and I remember I loved it so much. I was always on it. There was also other role-playing games where basically it was just like a house or like a beach house or whatever, and then you would just have to like role play. There was also another one. It was called Cat and Dog Adventures or whatever the fuck. And you could either be like a dog or a cat or a rat or whatever. And once it would turn night, like there would be like creepy shit chasing after you. I don't know. Does that make sense? The sticker rooms. Oh my god. I remember the drama with sticker rooms. Because you know how you could like comment on the levels and stuff and just like give your own ratings or whatever? I remember there would be so much drama on sticker rooms because people were like, oh, you copied this sticker room. Or, hey, you grabbed my sticker without giving me credit. I vividly remember that. Literally every sticker room had the same stickers. Like every single level had the same stickers. So I don't know why people were like always mad about that. I remember I sucked at making costumes for my character, so I would literally just join levels that gave you like the bubble or whatever, and it just gave you the whole costume. So I would always do that, but I remember people would like make their own costume, and it was always so freaking cool. I remember people would make scene and emo hair with like the teeth hair, you know what I mean? They would always use that to make scene and emo hair. It was so cool. Also, the scenery levels were so fun to play. I remember I would always play those games late at night because it was very aesthetic and like relaxing and stuff. And I remember those games would take forever to load because people would like put so much detail into those games that it literally took like freaking 5 minutes to load. The shark survivals, that's mainly for me, that's mainly more Little Big Planet 1, because those levels were like everywhere in Little Big Planet 1, but they also made their way to Little Big Planet 2. I think there was also a whale survival or whatever. Man, I missed that. And then the boxing levels. That was fun. That was really, really fun. Oh my god, the work in Buy City level. I used to play that game also a lot. And I remember you can go to jail in that game or whatever, and you can like break out. That was so fun. I remember, this is so stupid, but I remember I had like the biggest pet peeve when you would join like random players. And the first thing that they would do is they would go to the moon, right? You know, the moon where you could just like share stuff with each other, and they would literally pull out a sign that would say, oh, if you copy without permission, you will be kicked. Bro, that's the whole point of the moon, is to share each other's different objects and have fun. Like, I never understood that. And I remember that would literally piss me off. Like, when they would take out that sign, I would literally just leave. Like, you don't even have to kick me out. I'll just leave myself. But yeah, the moon was also really, really fun. Like, you would literally just put like random objects everywhere, just like share each other's different stuff and just like have fun, copy each other's objects or whatever. You would just show off all this really cool stuff that you had. Oh, I miss that. Honestly, I had really cool stuff. I remember I had really cool stuff. Like, people would always copy my stuff because they were really cool. Basically, the moon was a place where you can just do stupid stuff and have fun and laugh. I remember I really, really cared about how my pod looked. Like, I would literally spend hours on my pod just so it can look good. But yeah, the pod decorating was really, really fun. I'm glad they added that, because I really, like, you'll just join a stranger and you'll see their pod and it'll tell you a lot about them. That's what I really liked about that. Also, another thing I hated was when you would join random strangers, right? And the first thing they would do is just slap you, like, repeatedly. That's all they would do. And then they would kick you out. Like, what was the point of that? The movie levels. Oh my god, I almost forgot about that. Do you guys remember when people would make like little movies and stuff, like little videos, and they were always so dumb, but they were so like well made for some reason, and like people would add voices to the characters. I forgot there was a mic on Little Big Planet. I don't think I ever used it because I was always really shy, but I remember other players would like put on their mic and they would have like their music playing, or they would be talking to you or whatever. I remember you could also decorate your earth, which I thought was really, really cool and unique. Like, I would love to just click on random people's profile and just like admire their earth, you know, and just like turn it around and see all these really cool stuff. People had such cool earth. It's crazy how creative some Little Big Planet characters were. Like, it was amazing. I remember I hated the DLC so much because just say you found like a really cool costume, right? You're like, oh my god, like this is the coolest costume ever, like I can't wait to wear it, right? And then you go and try on the outfit, but it says you can't because you don't have this like DLC thing that like costs $10. That would make me so freaking mad and upset. Like, that was the most devastating news that you can get on Little Big Planet. The intro of Little Big Planet, oh my god. That is one of the best intros for a game. Like, I don't care. That is literally one of the best intros for a game. I remember for some reason there were so many emo and scene-kins on Little Big Planet 2. Like, I think Little Big Planet 2 was meant for emo and scene kids. Like, that's all I would ever see on there. Like, I remember I had the coolest freaking emo and scene outfits on there. Like, I wish I could freaking show you guys because I literally had the coolest outfits ever. Everyone on there always had like the best emo and scene outfits. Like every single character was different, but we all slightly looked the same because we had the same hair. You know, like the teeth hair. Also, I literally found Never Shout Never and I Set My Friends on Fire because of Little Big Planet. Like I literally found them because of Little Big Planet. Like Never Shout Never is literally one of my favorite bands ever and I found it because of Little Big Planet. I also remember how bad the cyberbullying was on there. Like I never started stuff with people. Like I was always super nice to everyone and I never got bullied on there. But I remember seeing comments on people's profiles of people just like hating on them and they were crazy. I was like, God damn. Some characters on here are really mean. Okay, I think it's time for me to finally talk about this part, this side of Little Big Planet 2, because it was also a huge part of my Little Big Planet experience, sadly. But it's the horrendous e-dating. I remember how bad the e-dating was on there. Like, it was seriously so freaking bad. Like, every single person was dating someone on there. Oh my god, I don't even want to tell you guys my experience on e-dating on there because there's one specific person on there, one specific guy that I think about till this day and it makes me cringe so freaking hard. But I think I'm gonna share it with you guys because it's actually really funny now that I think about it. But during that time when it happened, I remember being really sad about it. Okay, so there was this one player, right? I don't even know how we started e-dating, to be honest, but honestly I feel like we just hugged each other and we started dating. To date someone on Little Big Planet 2, the only thing you had to do was like hug each other and then the player would ask you out. That was literally how you would get in a relationship in Little Big Planet. Like, what the fuck was wrong with us? Yeah, I started e-dating this random player, right? I don't even know how long we lasted. I don't know. But basically, he broke up with me. And he was so mad at me for some reason. And he was like, oh, like he was, and then I remember he messaged me, right? And he was basically, he made it sound like he was like apologizing or that like he regretted like breaking up with me, right? So he's like, oh, like I'm gonna invite you to the moon, right? And I went to his moon and ew, I hate this. He had like a picture of my character, of my Sat Girl character, and he put it on like a board, right? And he just put like the most nastiest shit, the most random like objects everywhere. It just made it look gross and stuff. And was like, oh, he would also talk in the mic. I literally forgot about that. And he was with his friend. And they were laughing at me. But yeah, I remember when he broke up with me, it broke my 12-year-old heart. There's actually so much more to the story, but I'm just gonna keep it at that because I know if I share it, it's gonna make me cringe so hard. So I'm just not gonna share it anymore. But yes, the e-dating on there was so bad. I remember people were literally people were dating like 3 people at one time, or they were cheating on each other, and there was so much drama going on around that. It was crazy. So if you're that boy that was e-dating when I was 12 years old, I hate you. Just kidding, I don't, but yeah, cringe. He literally broke my 12-year-old heart. What the fuck? Asshole. Little Big Planet literally had the best soundtrack ever. Like every time I hear Sleepyhead now, it makes me feel so nostalgic and sad. Like I wish I could just go back in time and play it one more time. Like I just want that so bad. And just hearing the soundtrack overall just makes me feel so sad and nostalgic. Like I seriously miss it so much. And the music was just so freaking good. Like I need this soundtrack in a CD. I need to find it. I need it. Like when I hear the music, it makes me feel warm inside. It reminds me of my 11, 12-year-old self just staying up late as hell at night just to play that game. I just miss it so much. Like I want to cry right now. I'm not gonna cry on camera because that makes me cringe. Okay, so now I'm just gonna talk about the downfall of Little Big Planet 2. Basically, I'm just gonna talk about why people stopped playing Little Big Planet 2 and why it just like stopped being popular overall. I think I just stopped playing it because I found other games to play or I just outgrew it. I was reading some comments on TikTok, right? And they were saying that the main reason why people stopped playing Little Big Planet 2 was because people's accounts were getting deleted, or they couldn't log back into their accounts because they got locked or something, or there would be like players that would like glitch their stuff and they just couldn't enjoy the game anymore. Like I remember when I would play Little Big Planet 2, there were some players that had like mods and like glitches and stuff, but that didn't make me like stop playing the game. But yeah, I heard like the whole modding and the glitching was really bad in Little Big Planet 2, so a lot of people just stopped playing it. Oh yeah, people were getting hacked too, like their stuff was like being deleted or whatever, like their stuff was being stolen, I don't know, but like their accounts were being stolen and stuff. So if I can remember, I think the last time I played Little Big Planet 2 was maybe 2 or a year ago. But yeah, I remember I got on the game just to see how the game was now during that year. Like I just wanted to feel nostalgic again and just see how the game is, you know? So I went on the online server, and you know how it tells you like how many people are playing the game? I remember it said 10 people. And I remember I felt so sad because I literally showed me how dead the game was. Like basically that showed me that my childhood was dead. And then I remember like a couple months after that, maybe, or like a year after that, the last time I played it, the creators of Little Big Planet, they let out a statement basically saying that they were shutting down all of their online servers, which is so freaking dumb because that's literally the whole point of Little Big Planet, is to interact with other people and have fun. But I've actually never played Little Big Planet 3. I've never played it my whole life, but I heard that you could play online with other players on that game, but you have to pay money. But honestly, I don't really care because I don't even play the games anymore. But yeah, I remember hearing that and it made me really sad. So that was my Little Big Planet experience. I miss this game more than ever. Like I said, I wish I could play it one more time and just relive my childhood. But what's crazy to me is that we never know when it's going to be the last day that it's going to feel that way. You know what I mean? Like, I never knew whenever the hell I stopped playing, I never knew that day when I stopped playing it was gonna be the last day it was ever gonna feel like that. But I'm not gonna be sad because I'm very happy I was able to experience that. I was able to have that as part of my childhood. Like, the reason why I had a really good childhood, well, one of the reasons why I had a really good childhood was because of Little Big Planet. And I'm proud to say that. Like, I sometimes wonder, what are those characters that I used to play with? Like, what are they doing now? Like, do they feel the same way like as I do? Like, do they feel nostalgic? Do they feel sad? Do they think about their Little Big Planet experience? Like, what are those people doing now? Like, the people I used to play Bomb Survival with or Shark Survival. Like, what are they up to now? But yes, I love Little Big Planet. One of the best games ever created. Sackboy agrees.